All right, you guys, today we're out here fishing the Skyway Pier. This is an awesome pier, one of Florida's best piers. You can even drive your car on it, and we're fishing for whatever bites. I've heard of Spanish mackerel, sheep's head. A lot of stuff's going on after Hurricane Milton, so we're gonna get right into the action. This is gonna be an awesome video, so stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe because the action's going down right now. All right, guys, so here's the rig we're using for fishing these Spanish mackerel, and I'm gonna explain why. This is just your standard Carolina rig with about, I'd say, 5 foot and a half of leader, and I have a 1 ounce sliding egg weight right above the swivel. The reason I'm doing this is because it keeps your spoon or whatever you're using in the water longer. This will improve your chance of getting a bite. As you see, we're just using some gold spoons. Nothing crazy, guys. You really don't need to use all these crazy jigs and you'll get bit. This is my favorite rig for you doing this off the piers. The Skyway is a tall pier, so basically you just want that bait to be in the water as long as possible, and we're gonna cast out and catch some fish. We're on, boys, just casting around a spoon. And we got our first fish of the day. Spaniard, let's go, boys.
Spanish?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Flip them up, heads up.
Right, flipping around.
Yep. There's our first Spanish. I don't know if he's gonna be legal, but we're gonna give him a measure to see. But he woofed the jig. Nice. So we got action, boys, live action. Gotta be 12 inches to the fork, as many of you know. I got the pliers because I don't like getting bit by a fish that has teeth that are razor blades. So let's see. He's a keeper. Our first keeper Spanish. Oh. Try not to get bit. But we got our first keeper Spanish right there. He's going in. What a beautiful, beautiful fish, guys. We're gonna have a nice catch and cook after this, but I'm stoked. Julian's on, guys, once again. You get a good one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice Spanish.
Yes, sir.
Julian's got a nice freaking Spanish on.
I'm gonna pull her up.
The flip. Oh, he's a keeper.
Hell yeah.
Julian's getting more bit than me. Take a look at this fish.
Yeah.
All right, guys, check this out. I'm gonna say this one's probably about 14 to the fork. We'll give him a measure, but what do you gotta say about that one?
That was dude, it's right here. I just let it drop.
You let it drop? You get hit on the fall or?
Yeah.
Hit on the fall.
Right here.
Letting it drop to this bait school. Measuring board's right there. Good one? Oh yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, Jameson just hooked up while I was playing around looking for lures. This one's gonna be a keeper for sure. Heck yeah, boys. Check that out.
Let's go.
All right, guys, so what's going on right now is there's a current slick and all the bait's hanging out in it, and this color change in the water is bringing all the Spanish mackerel right here. The bite just keeps getting better and better. Everyone's hooking up now. We've got a few, but the bait is just getting chased. It's looking awesome. So we're gonna continue fishing these Spanish mackerel and eventually move down the pier, see if there's any bigger Spanish mackerel or even the legendary bonita. So I'll see you guys when we're catching fish. Jameson, oh!
Yeah.
Jameson's on, boys, per usual.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice one.
Yeah, flip them. Flip them. Guys, this bite is wide right now. Very wide open. This one's probably keeps. So this is Jameson's first time Spanish mackerel fishing, or just fishing with lures in general. Jameson,
Yeah,
how you feeling?
pretty good right now. 2 keepers.
2 keepers for him. We got a few. I just shook a keeper. Julian's on the action.
Yes, sir.
And we're just gonna keep it going, guys. Just keep it going. It's a lot of fun. The rig we're using is that Carolina rig, and it's catching a lot. So see you guys when we're catching more. All right, you guys. So right now, as you guys see, we're catching a ton of Spanish mackerel. I'm gonna show you the wind we're doing and everything. I go under the pier, flip out that Carolina rig. That way I can get the full distance on that cast. And as soon as it's the water, I let it sit for about 1 to 2 seconds, and then I start winding. Usually when you're fishing a pier like this, you're gonna wanna be fishing on the side that the tide's moving at. But right now, since all the bait's on this side, oh, just came tight. But right now, since all the bait's on this side, most of the fish we're seeing right now are hanging out over here. And all I'm doing is just winding nice and steady, and we're getting them bites. Sometimes even if I'm like right here at the pier, I'll just drop it straight down. And what that will do is just increase the likelihood of you getting bit, because a lot of times they're right here. As you guys saw, they caught a few that were right under here. I hooked one right under here. But it's a blast right now, guys. This is like really fun fishing. We're gonna cook these bad boys up when we get back, and it's gonna be quite the video. But we're gonna head down to the end of the pier a little bit later and hopefully get some awesome bonita action. I would really like a bonita so we could cook up some sushi too. Be fun. Yeah. Oh! I had a swipe on mine. Big boy. Julian's bit. Julian's bit, boys. I saw the swipe. I had a feeling someone was hooking up. Oh, you got a mini guy.
Yeah, I know. It's
Julian's bit, guys. There's his first Spanish of the day.
a small
It's a bee-bopper, a teeny bopper.
broke the skunk. Oh, came right off.
Back he goes. I had a big one come swipe mine. So we're continuing this action, guys. It's been pretty awesome so far. All right, you guys, we've been up and down the pier. It seems like all the fish are on the color break. As we follow this color break, we're getting bites, we're getting everything else. Because the bait is hanging out on it heavy, so obviously the predators will be there. And the bait's kind of pushing off the pier, which is making it really easy for the Spanish mackerel to ambush. So far, no bonitas, none of that. Julian just caught a fish, so he's stoked, even though it was a teeny bopper. But we're gonna keep grinding it out and see what happens. Jameson's bit.
How should I do this? Just
Flip him up, I got you. Just like that, Jameson got one, guys. The bite's going down right now. I don't think he's gonna be keeper, he's a little small. Oh, puking.
what was that?
Puke. Check that out, guys. Jameson got his right there. They're biting pretty good. No live bait needed, just an artificial day to have some fun. You got them pliers?
I got him on the truck.
Right there.
So what kind of stuff can you make with
I just want to get bit right here. Why? Come on. Ah! I literally just called that. I said I want to get bit right here. Little bee bopper though. I've actually never seen one this small.
Oh, I just had a solid little bite.
Something took a swing at him. He's got a bite in him. So we came down to the end of the pier hoping for more action, but sadly this part of the pier doesn't look like it has any action at all. Saw like 2 tiny Spanish mackerel get caught. So we are gonna head down back to the color break, where that color's breaking, where the water's changing and all that bait is. Because over here there is bait, but it doesn't seem like the predators are hunting in this area. It seems like they're using that color change as a way to hunt and catch the bait. So we're gonna head back down that way and hopefully catch some more fish. Basically right now too, the worst enemy of pier fishermen showed up, dolphins. The reason they're such an enemy to pier fishermen is because they steal your fish, they steal your bait, and they kind of spook fish off. But they're around, so we might get out of here pretty soon because I don't want to deal with fighting dolphins and doing all that. And we got fish to eat and cook up for tonight, so we're probably gonna leave here pretty soon. Since Hurricane Milton, guys, there aren't a lot of places you can fish, but since the North Skyway Pier is open, the fishing has been phenomenal so far. The Spanish mackerel bite's really turning on. You give it a week or two, and it'll be all fired up. Kingfish will be going. So I'll see you guys when that's happening. It's gonna be fun. Guys, Jameson just hooked up.
Not a keeper, right?
No. Watch that weight on the tip. Open up the bail real quick. Yeah, guys, so here's a common thing you're gonna see from these mackerel. When you catch them, they're gonna puke up whatever they've been eating. And Jameson went small, I went bigger, so it looks like smaller is the key. Bee bopper? Oh, bee bopper.
Let's see if I can get it easier.
Little teeny bopper Julian got. That seems to be the moral of the story now. We went from catching decent ones to a bunch of teeny boppers. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. There's a school of ballyhoo right there. Ballyhoo. Right there in front of you, ballyhoo. All right, you guys, we're back in the car. We're about to take off. It was a great day at the pier. Got our Spanish mackerel bite on. Now it's time to go back to the kitchen, cook them up, fillet them up, do all of that. Probably gonna grill them. We're gonna see, I'm gonna look at some recipes, and I'll see you guys when we're doing that. All right, you guys, today we're cleaning up these Spanish mackerel we caught at the pier today. Gonna grill them up, make an awesome meal out of them. As you guys know, I only show the cleaning of one fish because I don't want to bore you guys, but just like any other fish, right down there to the backbone, turn that knife in. But these fish, guys, cut like butter. There's no easier fish to slice through than a Spanish mackerel. As you see, I mean, that knife, you can barely put any pressure on it if you got a sharp knife, and just work right up the backbone. Then I'm gonna face that knife tip down and just slowly kind of cut through. You wanna be very picky with these fish because they are one of those fish that it's very easy to cut through the skin and everything. So the more peculiar you are, you see I found the ribs right there. So I'm gonna pop through the other side, knife tip down, right out the back, and then work my way down the ribs. What I do for the ribs, I kind of pull on them, see exactly where they are, and then I'm just gonna cut over top of these ribs. Just like that, because I don't wanna be picking out bones the whole time, if you know what I mean. Just right down the ribs, nice and easy. These fish do have pin bones, and their ribs aren't really like super strong, so they're pretty easy to cut through. It's not like a sheep's head or anything. And I'll come here, slice that off, poke through the belly, and then when nice and cold, rip the fillet off just like that, nice and easy. But this is the part that gets a little tricky with the Spanish mackerel, is the skinning process. Because you want to be very easy going on this fish because their skin is very thin and it's very easy to cut through. So what I'm gonna do is get to that skin, like right about there, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of a layer on it, kind of work my knife up and down it because it's very easy to cut through. Just like that. Left a little bit of skin on the fillet, but that way we don't get any skin, because you see there we cut through a little bit. And it's nice and easy just like that. And there's the pin bones, and we got the ribs a little bit, but the pin bones just cut out like so. Knock them out. And then we'll cut out this little rib piece. And just like that, you got yourself a boneless Spanish mackerel fillet ready for the grill. Good amount of meat. We got 4 fish, so it's going to be a nice meal for the crew. And we're ready to roll just like that. All right, you guys, all we're doing right now is seasoning these fillets up with just Old Bay. They're really oily fish, so you shouldn't really need any butter or anything. So we're just going to throw them on the grill like that. We're going to see how they taste. I really want to get a flavor profile for the fish. I've really never eaten Spanish mackerel, only as like ceviche before. So this is the first time grilling it. So I just really want to see how it tastes. This is not about like very fancy recipes, just like a taste test. I know a lot of you guys think Spanish mackerel is trash fish and you won't eat it. So I'm going to confirm or deny this after this. I'm going to season her up a little bit, sprinkle some on, a little bit more. I like a lot of seasoning. Kind of flip it, gets that seasoning in there, and then get the back nice and good. But it's a very oily fish, so should see if it's good or not. It's really gonna be a flavor profile action right here. Kylie's not here to cook for me today, guys, so you're stuck with me. All right, you guys, we're just throwing it on the grill. Nice and easy. I'm gonna throw it on this top shelf I have on this grill. Spread it out nice and even. You know, they're thinner fillets, so keep them on the top shelf, and I'll meet you guys back when it's all cooked up. We got a bunch of fillets to get through, so we're just starting with these 4 and see what happens. All right, you guys, we're going for the taste test. We got Jameson up first. Already put it in his mouth. What do you think? Good?
10 out of 10, yeah.
10 out of 10.
Old Bay makes everything taste good.
Yeah.
That is definitely a 10 out of 10.
So they all think it's good. I'm going in, guys. I don't know what to expect.
That's how Old Bay.
Yeah, the fish itself's really good. You know, it's very oily fish, and when I grilled it, I knew I didn't really need to put butter on it, anything to make it like more savory. So it's a very good fish. I'll definitely be eating Spanish mackerel again. The boys like it, so went down the Skyway, had a little fun day, and eating the fish now makes everything good all before sunset too. So if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'll have more videos just like this coming out, and I'll see you guys next week on the water. Peace.